Yo, it's Bam Mamo back with Media Now. A chakra is a spinning wheel, or you're talking about a spiraling motion of energy in the body. Now, they all do certain motions between wheels within wheels, meaning you're going to have both positive and negative forces, like a plus sign, and then masculine and feminine, like a plus sign, right? But it's going to be moving in a circle, like a circle with a plus sign in it, right? X marks the dot, right? But what I'm saying is, ultimately, you understanding that these wheels are the spiritual centers that correlate to the physical body. So the spiritual template, it manifests in the physical as meridian points. Are you talking about these certain pressure points and different things in the body that all correlate to, each a certain system or a certain energy? You know what I'm saying? So when you're talking about the heart chakra runs the electromagnetic field, being able to keep that balance of love there, right? But you're you come into creation through the sacral and then the solar plexus when you're talking about the through shu or the air. You're talking about oxygen, and you're talking about the fire seed that is already down within it, that people like to call kundalini's other terms. When you combine these two, what you're doing is you're creating this combustion. This combustion is like this invisible fire that we call the soul, and the soul sits in the solar plexus, and then it rises and it continues to expand. But that's when you're talking about as you grow in your evolution and different things in your spirituality, right? But this is the conscious path that we're constantly on. We're talking about a scale, or you're talking about a ladder of light. So you're talking about Jacob's ladder and these different things. That's what it's doing. It's showing you that the soul is all about the journey of growth of the soul, the magnetism, and how as you continue to, as things had decayed through electricity, they had started to grow again through magnetism and started to radiate out, and then be able to, you're able to do things beyond the five senses, so to speak. So this is where we're talking about where you're able to get into the sixth sense, which is tapping into your third eye, being able to see visions beyond the physical eyes. So let's get into that. But like I said, though, just to keep you on point, like I said, this gut or this invisible fire seed is what connects to, the medulla oblongata, or this connects to the spinal cord, and it connects to the nervous system. And this gives this energy to the nervous system for you to be able to operate your vessel anyways. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, what people call, what people call spirit and soul and Holy Spirit and different things like that is no more than power, and then you need a way to navigate the reality, and that's what spirit is. So power plus spirit, or you're talking about soul plus spirit, or magnetism plus electricity, you're able to power all things, in which they all verse with each other. They all combine with each other. But it's just, we break it down for teaching purposes, right? Now I'm gonna make this one easy and clear. Everything you see is a reflection of light coming from the sun. Remember, and as the sun reflects, as the sun shines, it's going to refract, and it's going to refract down through the densities of light. Through the densities of matter. As it refracts down through the density of matter, it will have different things that it can create, and different phases of matter that it can create. And so as it's going through these densities, or through gravity, so to speak, you have what you call, it's going to hit, the light's going to come in, and it's going to hit your shit, and it's going to be at an angle. You get what I'm saying? So when it hits your eyes at an angle, what it's gonna do is these folks, it's gonna go to the back of your eye. The back of your brain, and this, your brain is going to try to interpret this. But people don't tell you that it flips the image. So automatically, everything is already inverse, is flipped in the physical reality, and then it also is showing you an illusionary image, because this is not the real thing. This is only a part of it. Does that make sense? So you see that all physical light, if you go to the visible light, that wavelengths, everything moves in in cycles or circles. Frequency is based off of how many times it's oscillating. So you're talking about, or how fast it's oscillating, or how fast it's spinning, which would create waves, magnetic waves. So these magnetic waves would come out and would have a certain frequency would have a certain wavelength to them. So the slower it is, it would be big wavelengths, I mean, and the shorter it is, the shorter the wavelength, it's very fast. It's very fast. How many times, you feel what I'm saying? So what I'm getting at is, this is what happens when you talk about the visible light spectrum, is that we're in this small slither of light between two different sides of the spectrum, between this darkness or this red, or what you call this Kundalini fire, this infrared, and then these higher aspects of light where you're talking about X-rays, gamma rays, and cosmic power that's not even on this list. So we are beings that, on a scale, it's always a scale, whether it's musically or it's light, and you can correlate light to music because it's only different by the two, or by times two, or dividing two. You know what I'm saying? Just depending upon if you're talking about frequency. I mean, if you're talking about light or you're talking about sound. See, you know what I'm saying? So they always are similar, and they always correlate to one another because one is like the reflection of the other. When you're talking about frequency being first, but the sound that you can hear comes based off of light. So what am I saying? That the sound you can't hear is still there. It's just too high of a frequency. Just like the same thing with seeing, is that you can't see it, but don't mean it's not there. It's invisible light because it's translucent light. It's light that goes beyond the visible spectrum. Now they have other colors in this light, right? But it's not light that you can comprehend thinking with the 7 colors of the rainbow. You feel what I'm saying? Now you have to be able to take yourself outside of that. So ultimately, they don't tell y'all that we are multidimensional beings, and we have the soul, and we're able to traverse many different planes of existence. That being said, you may see beings that are completely light. You may see etheric beings. You may see dark beings in the lower astrals. You feel what I'm saying? Or the higher astrals. You feel what I'm saying? All of the above. You may go beyond the astrals into the solar, into the sun planes. You may go beyond the sun planes into, you feel me, beyond the Ascended Master planes and all these other planes. You're getting into the higher states of existence that goes beyond even this universe, so to speak. But it's just for us to understand where we at and how to get there, is for us to even realize that we are multidimensional. What am I saying? That the only reason we even speak on consciousness and things like this is because us speaking on these things will have a certain frequency to it. And this frequency will automatically go back to your Akashic and your memory banks, and you're going to be able to remember that you were not just a human being. It's like a movie, and it's a projection. Like I just said, with the photons, with the light particles, with the electromagnetic waves. It's a movie. You're watching a movie, literally. Like, you're a consciousness inside of a body that's projected down, and you have this motion, and you're able to move your body through the central nervous system, and you have all these different systems that do different things, but ultimately, it's so you can play out this role like you playing a video game, and you play out this role because we all have a purpose down here when it comes to the way we affect energy. And we take it physically as, doing the right thing and different things like that. But it's ultimately the frequency that you want to be on for yourself when you're talking about going beyond this realm. But yeah, appreciate y'all. It's Bad Mama.